down and talks good policies. Good morning, Mike.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Oh, I'm living the dream, my friend.
Is it a good dream or a nightmare?
I don't have a dog like you do in my dream, and occasionally it's a nightmare. But overall, you got to be blessed to be stressed and just keep on trucking, right?
10-4. Good buddy.
So, all of the snow that was supposed to be months and months ago has now decided to show up at our doorstep. For the next few days, we're going to have a skiff, like 1 to 3 inches today, 1 to 3 inches tomorrow, maybe a half an inch. And then maybe over the weekend, people can get out with those snowmobiles, which we keep talking about, insuring snowmobiles and different things that we talk about when Barrett Insurance Agency comes down.
Sure.
It kicks 105.5.
Yeah.
So what's on your agenda for today, brother?
Kind of a continuation of the last week when we were talking about home credits. You remember home credits.
Yes.
You were very excited about those home credits last week.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Home credits do it for me, bro.
They do. They do. So we talked about some of the basics and some of the expectations that companies have for you when they're insuring your home, and that is that you have fire extinguishers, that you have smoke detectors. Those are the biggies. Really, you absolutely should always have those. And honestly, a quick tip as we're going through, one of the great things to consider when placing a fire extinguisher is not necessarily next to the item that could be causing the fire, but closer to an exit so that you can go to the exit, grab the fire extinguisher, go back
Throw
to
it
the
and
area.
run for your life.
Exactly. You've been there, done that. So, but always put the fire extinguisher at a place that is also going to allow you to escape if things go awry. That's just an important tip to know. So those are the things you should have. Now, we also talked about last week having multiple policies and getting an account credit and things of that nature. We're going to dive a little deeper today.
That's multiple policies, not for your multiple personalities driving. That's for different purposes.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Now, most companies offer the account credit if you have home and auto. Some companies say, heck, if you have any other policy with us, we'll give you that credit. It's really company specific there. But we also talked about the outside wood boilers, how I have some companies that consider that a good thing and give a credit for it. Some companies still consider it a wood burning device and don't. So it's really company specific there too. But let's talk about, because this is something we've been on for a little while now, is technology. So we're talking about the new awesome camera systems that are out there on at any tech store, or on Amazon or at Walmart, where you can get this great little security camera for fairly inexpensive cost, $200 or less, depending on the company. And they can, you can get alerts on your cell phone, and they can have a database of recording of those videos, or you can have a professional camera system installed. How does that impact a home? Right now, as far as I can tell, not at all. So do it if you want to.
Thanks for coming. Have a good day.
Have a good day. Tip the bartender. Try the veal. But the technology is amazing. It is there. It's one of those things where the technology is advancing so rapidly that I think companies, they want things to be kind of tried and true and tested before they start implementing all these new components for crediting. So, but if you have a central monitoring alarm system, there are certainly credits available for that. So if you have the door taps and the sensors and things of that nature, and they report to a central database, and police and fire get called, that can certainly be a really good crediting opportunity for you, especially if you have a secondary home. That's where companies really will consider some good crediting if you have that set up versus nothing at all. Now, if you're looking to get that system and have the insurance crediting offset the cost completely, that's just simply not going to happen. You're looking at between a 5 or a 10% homeowner credit maximum with most companies, which really, if you think about a $500 or a $600 or a $700 a year policy, what's 5 to 10% really going to be versus paying for central monitoring every month?
Now,
so again, that's really to your advantage, to your own interest to do that.
Do you follow politics in when it comes to your type of business, or do you wait for just the rulings to come down? Things like in the future, do you think that you'll have to have every person with some type of insurance for either their home or their car? Like now, you say, oh, yes, you have to have car insurance, but of course, some people get away with not having it.
Right.
Do you think there's ever going to be a time where they just mandate it and then take it out of your paychecks, or is there anything coming down the pipe that you're aware of?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Okay.
Not from that standpoint. The only thing is one that we hit on a few weeks ago with the auto is that they've, with big data out there is that ability.
Yeah, they catch you if you're lying.
Literally, they look at your information, and they can get a live report whether that is in-place policy or not. How long it takes for that to get to Vermont and New Hampshire is undetermined, but it is being kind of beta tested, if you will, in areas like D.C. and then things like that. So it's interesting. I mean, the more data that becomes available, the easier it is to monitor, the more difficult it is to evade these types of things. So just do it. You know, I mean, I can't tell you how many people have had a homeowner policy or a flood policy, and once they've paid off the mortgage, they go, I don't need it anymore. It's not required. And I go, I can't believe you're even considering this, because, yes, the chances in your mind and my mind are nil to none, but they're not impossible, and it can happen. And you've spent all this blood, sweat, and tears making this your home. Why would you ever want to not have coverage? Because we're going to rebuild your house for you if it goes down. And
put you up while you're,
and put
out.
You up while you're out versus
Clothe you
you
if all your
starting
stuff
over
burned
again.
up and everything else.
So that's why we always stress proper coverage, proper limits, comfortable deductibles. There's ways to manage that. So,
well, if you ever have questions about what you think and what is law and what maybe you want, Mike is always available at Mike Barrett. I always say
Mike Barrett.
Mike Barrett Insurance Agent. Barrett Insurance
My
Agency.
wife would have something to say about that.
Yeah. He's located in downtown St. Johnsbury. You can catch him online or by phone.
Yes. Now, I'll give you a heads up. My wife and I will be out Thursday and Friday because we're taking some personal days. Why not? We haven't had those in about 7 years.
4-day Valentine's? Really?
Oh, no. That's this weekend.
Bam.
Oh, I'm in trouble. Our office will be closed on Monday for President's Day. So after today, we'll be back on Tuesday.
Okay.
But you can give us a call at 748. The other folks at the office will be there tomorrow and Friday. So you can we're still open. Just Jen and I won't be there. But you can give us a call at 748-5224. Visit us at our location on Portland Street in St. Johnsbury. Check out our website, thebarrettagency.com. Facebook is Barrett Insurance Agency.
Thanks, Mike, for stopping down.
Have a fantabulous week.
Good Policies with Mike Barrett from Barrett Insurance Agency. We do it every Wednesday, 10 minutes to 8 o'clock. I look forward to seeing him next week.